All right. Well, welcome back to another edition of Drinks and Comics. Yeah, with Spoiler Country.
With us. These two guys with headphones on today because we can't meet up together.
We're not in the same area, so we have to do this whole thing remotely. So, and a lot of these episodes will be like that.
Right, and we're not good enough at editing to make it look like we're together with like a split screen or something like that. So this is what you get.
I'll do a split screen. I don't know if it's going to go this way or that way or what, but that's how it's going to be.
It's going to be some way, yeah. So what book are we talking about today?
Well, actually, before we get into that, let's just say if you like what you see and hear today, please give us a subscribe, click down below, give us a thumbs up, all that fun stuff, and we'll keep making these things because we're actually having a lot of fun.
They are a lot of fun, yeah.
And today we're going to talk about Marvel Spotlight number 5.
First appearance of Ghost Rider. Yeah.
First appearance of Ghost Rider. And I love this because it was released in 1972.
Right.
I was born in 1974, but they released this on my birthday, August 5th, 1972.
So happy
which is
birthday
funny
to you.
because they never say that.
Right.
But before we get into everything, Johnny, what do you say we make some drinks?
Let's make some drinks, man. Let's do it.
Yeah. That Long Island iced tea looks delish.
It's already gone, man. I've already finished it. It's so good.
I know. I already drank my White Russian. It was pretty good. I mean, it could have been. Go ahead.
Right. I was going to say Long Island's like when I go to a bar, like Jaeger and Coke, the first episode, that's my drink at home. Yeah. But Long Island's, I go to a bar, restaurant, that's what I always order. And they're so good. And they have so much liquor in them.
Because good Lord, dude.
Right. You're not driving. Well, and the one that I made was really strong. So,
You know what's funny is not the Jaeger, the White Russian that I made is I find out there's like 5 or 6 other drinks around just that base drink. And if you add Coca-Cola to it, it's called a Smith & Wesson.
Oh, really?
So I think the next one, I might do a Smith & Wesson because I have everything.
Spoilers alert. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. So what did you think of Marvel Spotlight number 5? We both read it, and it was a fun read. I love the fact that it was out on my birthday, which I didn't know until I got it. And I actually, here, I'll show it up again. I actually have a decent copy, probably like a 3.
I don't know what side of it you're on, so I'll point to both directions.
Yeah. Well, it's like a 3.5. Maybe a 4.0, maybe a little bit better. Not much though. It cost me about $300 for this book, and it just keeps going up and up and up because Ghost Rider has always been a popular character.
Yeah, well, I mean, and with Cosmic Ghost Rider now, and
Frank Castle,
right? And Ghost Rider's on the Shield show, and I mean,
it's which is awesome, by the way.
I haven't watched it. I watched the first 2 episodes of Shield, got bored, and stopped watching. So
really,
it gets better. Everyone says keep watching it, but I haven't got there. It
does get better the more you watch it. But what about the writing and what about the style and what about the story did you like and not like?
So, as you know, if you listen to the podcast before, this is one of the books I got when I was a kid from the collection from my dad's friend at work. Right? So I got like Ghost Rider and Son of Satan and Iron Fist, all stuff. So I read all these when I was like 15. So at 15, these were amazing. These were like, oh my God, this is like, it's all satanic and demonic and all these like lessons being learned and shit. Yeah. But when I reread it last weekend, so it's the best way to say it is there's definitely a different writing style than there is now, right?
Sure.
There's more exposition. They explain more stuff. There's
one thing to remember though, during the time that this was written, Satanism and the occult was big business. I don't mean big business as people that were Satanists were making lots of money. I'm just talking about there's a lot of stories, a lot of movies, a lot of media stuff in and around
70s.
that stuff.
Yeah.
All
totally.
through the 70s.
but I wasn't alive then, so I read it in the 90s. You know,
right.
Even then, it was good. So it's interesting because I totally forgot like a lot of the aspects of the original Johnny Blaze because it's been 20 years.
Dude, did he not? It felt like they wrote him as a Satanist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh, he knew how to conjure Satan from the beginning of the...
yeah. And he read all these books.
My Satan books.
And he was like calling him his Dark Lord Master, all this stuff. And it was like, wait, what? This is not what I remember it like at all.
I did not, as a kid, I did not catch the fact that he was all into the occult and Satanism. Yeah. It's just kind of thrown in there too. It's not like a big deal. It's like, by the way...
It's totally just matter of fact.
By the way, Johnny Blaze... And I don't know. The one thing that did annoy me that I forgot about was the whole like the promise he made to the mom, right?
The reaction of the dad and the sister, or I should say, like, quote, dad and sister, because they're not
the adoptive family.
Yeah. I think isn't later on Crash just his dad? Like it's not the whole adopted thing, or has it always been that way? Like in the movie I don't remember Nicolas Cage did, it's his dad, right? They don't.
Right. I'm sure they retconned it later on because it makes it easier to tell. But like their reactions to non-reactions to like him making the promise to do it, then not doing it, and they calling him a pussy back and forth.
Right. It was so weird. It was like, what? And then who gets on a motorcycle after someone just fatally died and does the jump? They would shut that Johnny Blaze down so quick. Like they'd be like, no, none of this is happening.
Right. It's like, fuck you, dude. Don't get off the motorcycle, man. This guy just died. You're come on. But
one of the cooler origin stories.
It is cool, like it's clearly in like the Evel Knievel time frame, right? Yeah. People like the whole the stunt guys, and I mean he basically is Evel Knievel, but a little different, Yeah. And it was funny because I don't remember. I didn't remember the fact that like he's not really Ghost Rider for that much of the first book, right?
No.
Mostly
it's just,
origin,
just a little bit. It's definitely just an origin story. It's a quick read, actually. It went really fast, and there is a lot of dialogue, like you were saying. Yeah,
a lot of dialogue, a lot of exposition, a lot of background stuff, which is fine because when you read comics from the 80s and back, there's a lot of that, and it's totally cool. Nowadays, they rely more on the art telling the story with the narrative of the writing. It's just a change in aesthetics, right? But I remember when I read it this weekend, I remember reading like, man, I thought this was a much better book when I was a kid. Like, it's not a bad book. It's a fun read, but I remember it being like so much better than I came out of this book this time. And I think that's because I went into it for some reason expecting it to read like the newer books I read, right? The newer indies I read, which you can't. I mean, that's bad on me. You can't do that. You can't read an old comic and expect it to be in the same vein as a new one because they're completely different types of books. So that was on me. But I still enjoyed it. I enjoyed the hell out of it. What do you think of it?
I enjoyed it a lot. I just showed some inserts, some of the artwork and
nice
of the different pages. I mean, it really is.
The art's fantastic. I mean,
the art.
Mike Plug is amazing in art. I mean, Jesus Christ.
The art is crazy, and you can see here, edited by Stan Lee, and then created by Gary Friedrich, who just recently passed away.
Yep. We talked about him with
the artist. And then I love the fact that they actually call out the letterer of John Costa because he's a classic letterer that did a ton of books. And then
Marvel started the whole like crediting letterers and stuff like in the 70s. It was great to see.
Yeah, well, they deserve it because it's a lot of work.
They do.
And I love how they put aid and abetting Roy Thomas.
Right. Good old Roy Thomas.
Yeah, Roy Thomas dude, his work on Conan was ridiculous.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's another legend in the industry that's done so much cool stuff.
Yeah. So there you guys go. Get out there.
Yeah.
Maybe pick up a copy of Marvel Spotlight #5.
It's a cheap book to buy.
It's a cheap book to buy. No big deal. Or if you can't afford to buy the physical copy, get it on digital. It's worth a read.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. And then you get an idea of what Ghost Rider is all about, how it started, and then you can move forward and check out some of the other stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a trade that collects like the Marvel Spotlight, the first like 6 issues of it there that you can pick up somewhere. If I can find it, we'll link it down below, but I'm not sure.
Definitely. And this is coming out on Tuesday. What's the date tomorrow? The 13th.
The 13th.
And also look out. We're gonna release a quick Stan Lee tribute because today, Stan Lee, the great man, passed away, and we're very saddened by that. It was really lame to hear about that. He's an amazing guy. And so we're going to have a little tribute to him. It'll probably be like a quick 1-minute video, nothing over the top or nothing too grandeur. He's got enough of it. And so there you guys go. I hope you enjoyed.
Until next week, keep drinking, keep reading.
Keep drinking, keep reading. That is the tagline to end all taglines. We're out.
There we go.